Hey everybody, so today I get a phone call from a client and he's saying, hey man, I'm getting open, but now how do I get on social media and talk to people? So I was kind of blown away. I really didn't know why he was asking. I said, hey man, you're not on social media? He's like, yeah, I'm on social media, but do I do it the same way as I do personally? Well, I never really thought about that, man. And so I said, hey, let me call you back. I will find out something for you. I'll call you back. So I get on the horn with my person. Hi, Isabella.
Yeah, Isabella.
IKW Media.
IKW Media.
And I say, hey, man. I said, I tell her what's going on. I said, hey, this guy is looking to get some social media or get some marketing for his store. And she says, okay, Dad, what kind of marketing? I don't know. What do you think? And she says, well, Dad, there's a couple of kinds. Are we talking about for social? So are we talking about digital marketing?
Digital marketing,
or general marketing?
General marketing, yes.
And I see how much I know. And so I really thought it was all the same. And she's like, no, it's not. So I brought in the person who deals with all of our wholesale, retail, the detox, and the whole 9 yards.
Everything.
And I brought her in, and today she's going to talk about one of two, and then we'll do another video and we'll talk about the other one. So take off. We're going to do digital, right?
Yeah, we're going to do digital.
So tell us about it.
So pretty much when you want to do digital, you want to create a story. And if there's no story aspect behind it, then why is anyone going to follow it? That's the biggest ordeal around this. And so pretty much just getting your name out there like, hey, we're open between this and this hours. Come see us. This is our store. That would be a great first post. Putting out, what does your store look like? So that whenever they walk in, they're like, yeah, this is the store. This is where I'm at. That would be the greatest first thing to do. And or trying to get onto like, I know like Shepherdsville has an All About Shepherdsville page. Mm-hmm. Trying to get on there is a really good tool because then you're going to be able to...
So community pages.
Community pages are honestly one of your biggest ordeals if you're going to go through Facebook.
Resource.
Yeah.
Is that the word you meant?
Yeah.
Ordeal.
Ordeal. I call it ordeals. Because it kind of is an ordeal trying to get into those.
Yeah, because you have to be approved by the moderator to even get in.
And we're in a regulated industry.
And so they tend to shit on us every chance they get. So
Because
they may or may not let us.
Exactly. So if you can get into it, good on you. You are the lucky few. Really.
Right.
The lucky few. But getting in there with a bigger audiences is going to push your brand even further than what you would do as an organic content. Because as smoke shop industries, you can't push any like digital ads. There's nothing you can do because they won't promote us.
For now.
For now. For now.
It's looking like it's opening up.
Let's hope so.
Because, Zuck lied to everybody on national TV and told them how he was going to be so much more conservative and he was going to do X, Y, Z, but really I think he's just SHIT.
Hell, he's going to make the money somehow.
Yes. But anyway, he's missing money from us.
It really is. It's a huge market, and if he would, it'd be great. And it would help my job a lot more because I can work in that.
So if they've got one store, if they've got one store, I think is very easy to do.
It's extremely easy.
But if they've got 2, 3, 5, 6 stores, should they break that down into individual pages?
Personally, I would. Because then it's a different story for each one. Because let's just say, I'm going to go with how we have our stores. So let's just say Dixie is closed. Mm-hmm. Why would I put it on the generic page and then have to but all the other ones are open? It confuses the user. You need to make it as simple as possible. Think that you're talking to a child, which you're not supposed to, but think like that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, when you're talking about users, you kind of are talking to children.
Yeah.
Because they want to argue constantly.
Exactly.
And also in our industry, we can't post anything to do with pricing. We're not supposed to do flour and anything of that nature. And so it becomes a much heavier lift to do. Now, do you think that Facebook's the best, or do you think Instagram or X, or do you think Snapchat or TikTok, if there's going to be a TikTok?
I'm praying there will be.
And if which one do you think has our audience, our audience, which one do you think that is? Which do you think's the best? If we're just going to pick one, or if that's the place to start.
I feel like, honestly, it depends on what area you're in, because different areas have different age demographics. And let's just say you're in Los Angeles, it's going to be a younger crowd that
There's
comes
not going to
into.
be much of a crowd now.
Well, yeah, there's poof, but that's, I know it's
Up
terrible.
in smoke. Sorry.
That's terrible.
That's
That
terrible.
is horrendous.
That's horrendous.
But as I'm going there, that's going to be a younger crowd. But if you're in somewhere like where we're from in Louisville, that's going to be an older demographic, but it's turning into that younger. So it just really depends on what your age demographic is. So if it's an older crowd, I go Facebook, because everyone that I know that is
So
your
25,
age has
25
Facebook.
to ancient
Yeah.
is Facebook. Now, if we start talking about Instagram, which is a division of Facebook, that's more of a visual crowd.
Yes.
And that's more of the strong thumb scrollers. Yeah. And so, and then what about, I mean, I know several stores that have a Snapchat, and they put out a daily post and they talk about their different offerings, and because they can do it and it's gone.
Yeah.
It's there one day and
But you can do that with anything. You can do that with your Facebook. You can do that with Instagram.
yeah, but
It's a
Facebook
thing.
will catch you quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Snapchat's more very
Open.
and they will do.
They don't care.
They don't care.
They do not care.
But then X, of course, totally free, run amok. Apparently, But I just don't think it's so.
I mean, I would say with X, if you're gonna do it, it needs to be like, okay, my stores are open from this to this hour. Like, hey, by the way, this has happened. Like,
This is our new product.
exactly. That's
and-
more like an announcement base.
Yeah, it's an about. Yes, exactly.
But if you're gonna do like Instagram, it needs to be visual. Like whatever you post needs to be eye catching. It needs to be like, whoa, that's really cool. Like, let me look.
So
into
so
it.
how do they do that though? I mean, do they need special software? Can they use their camera phone and then just?
Truly, I think that they could take pictures on their store. I think that's the best thing, and that's what honestly I like. I like seeing the physical pictures and not the big edited out ones. Now I do that, but still, like, I personally would prefer the physical pictures, and I do. I
Right.
love going into the stores and taking the pictures.
I liked when we first got started how we were doing Facebook. We took pictures in the store and we took pictures with customers, and now of course the Facebook has gotten more mature and it's become more Canva ready,
Exactly, yeah.
And it's become more, hey, you got to be flashy, you cannot be bare
Boring.
bones. But I think Instagram you can. I think Instagram, you can show I think you tell your story visually a lot better there. You can do, reels as far as that goes and have video inside of your post.
I would recommend that too.
And I think that's a great way to tell that story. But then, there's other platforms like LinkedIn that I think are worthless for a store.
I think it's completely worthless. I think the only reason you should have a LinkedIn for it is if you're trying to get employees.
If you're trying to network with
That's it.
other products and people who own products that maybe they could bring it into you. But then you get hit with the usual suspects and the foreign crowd who wants to sell you every form of disposable or
Everything.
flour or kratom
You don't know how many times they hit me up.
at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
Yeah, because remember, China is 12 hours behind you.
so they're gonna hit you up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's gonna be 13 to 20 notifications.
Right. So let's recap,
Okay.
because we're about to hit a 10-minute mark and people get bored out there. So we think Facebook to start.
Correct.
Integrate Instagram. Integrate what? Anything else? Maybe
I would say okay.
just
Depending
for
on how.
announcements. X.
Yes, and depending on how the legislation goes with TikTok, I know it's probably going to go away. But I bet you money, there's going to be a new one. So honestly, keep a lookout for a new form of it. Because that's the big talk right now, is that there's an American company that's made a new one.
So what if they get really, really bored and say, hey man, I don't think this is worth a shit for me. Can you do it, Isabella?
Of course I can. You can hit me up at ikwmediallc@gmail.com, and I will be helpful to do it. Or you can hit him up.
No.
You know?
They can hit you up.
Okay, hit me up?
I got nothing to do with that.
Okay.
And don't you guys hit me up and say, hey, man, can you get her to work me a deal? No, I can't. No, I can't. She's a complete asshole about it. But that's about a woman. She wants to make her money, man, because she's got a college, to get through and maybe some school afterwards, right?
Yeah, possibly.
Let's not talk about it. Okay. That's what we got, y'all. Listen, we're going to hit up another video here in the next day or so, and hopefully you guys will join us for that as well.
Yeah.
You'll do the general media next.
Exactly.
Okay, so stay
The
tuned.
more fun part.
Pay attention and good luck. But look, if you got questions, I got answers. AskChadWade@gmail.com. I'll be glad to try to help you out a little bit. But if you got media questions like this,
hit me up at ikwmediallc@gmail.com.
all right, y'all. That's what we got, man. Hopefully that helped you out a little bit. Tune in for part 2 and see you then.
See ya.
Bye.